This is a guide to buying a Fiat Coupe from an owner's perspective. We're going to look at the performance, the handling, the styling, and what it's like to live with one. Let's get started. This is Fiat's most powerful production car to date, with 220 brake horsepower and 240 foot-pounds of torque. It'll do 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds and maxes out at 155 miles an hour. Under the bonnet is a 2-litre V5 with a turbocharger. This is a fantastically powerful unit. As you can see, the engine bay is very cramped. This makes working on the car difficult. I would recommend taking it to a specialist if you want to have something like the cam belt done. A Fiat dealership will charge you anywhere between £600 and £700 to do this because they'll take the engine out. If you go to one of the 2 specialists in the country, they can do it for about £280, which is a considerable saving. This car comes fitted with Brembo 4-pot calipers as standard. This model has also got grooved discs. This reduces brake fade and allows you to keep braking faster for longer. Alloy wheels, ABS and power steering come as standard. Optional extras include leather seats and air conditioning. Now let's find out what you'd like to drive. The Fiat Coupe's predecessor was the X19, which went out of production in 1982 from Fiat, although Bertone carried it on until 1989. That was a mid-engine sports car, a little bit different from this coupe. Designed by Chris Bangle and the Pininfarina Studios, the car has mixed reviews when it comes to the styling. It's a bit like Marmite, you either love it or you hate it. You certainly don't sit on the fence with this one. The turbo spools up fully at 2,500 RPM. From that point on, you've got the full whack of 240 foot-pound of torque. This is phenomenally quick. In first and second gear, the car is limited to 0.8 psi of boost. Well, that means you don't get the full power until you hit third gear. Third gear, though, is fantastic. You can go up to 108 miles an hour in that gear, so overtaking this thing, as you can imagine, is pretty good. There are cars that cost 3 times as much that don't handle this well. Thanks to the limited slip diff and excellent weight distribution, this thing goes through corners like it's on rails. Owning a Fiat Coupe isn't cheap. Running costs for about £1,000 a year, and you need to budget for things like new tyres and a lot of oil. This thing drinks a litre of oil every 1,000 miles, and apparently that's quite normal. It can even get worse. Now, the car is not without faults. Italian-built sports cars are notoriously bad for reliability. This one isn't so bad, but there is a fair amount of rust coming through, and this car's only 13 years old. One of the benefits of owning a Fiat Coupe is the excellent Owners Club. They can provide helpful advice and steer you towards where to get replacement parts at cost almost, and they can point you in the right direction to get your car well looked after by a reputable service centre. Comparable drives to this, for a similar kind of performance and budget, include the Peugeot 406 Coupe, the Alfa GTV, and the Mitsubishi FTO. We'll come on to this one very soon. To conclude, the Fiat Coupe is a fantastic car to own. You'll struggle to find more performance and better looks for less than £2,000. This is Ben Kelly for Kelly on Cars. See you next time. I didn't just stall the car. I'm having to drive so slowly because my cameraman John isn't strapped in and I don't want him to die.